Please.
Not now.
I'm telling you right now. I'm augmented.
Did you see?
Chinapat.
A co jinýho mám dělat?
It is not unhealthy to be curious about death. What is unhealthy is to do such things.
Same order as you were, sir.
I know all about our orders. Do me a favor, eh? At least pretend to look for evidence.
We can't let them get away with this. He has to tell us.
I do think he did it.
I
But
must
I
talk to you
also
about
think
I
you
give
should
up.
at least try to prove it. If that's okay with you.
Anything
We
you
can't let
say,
them get away with this.
sir.
I must
Daria
talk to you about
says
what
something,
happened.
but apparently she doesn't.
I recognize you. We're neighbors. I've seen you in our building. You're very difficult to miss. By chance, did someone send you to investigate?
No, no one sent me. What happened here?
It's horrible. An augmented woman was killed, just outside of where we live. She looks like she was my age.
Do you have any idea who she was?
No, I've never seen her before. It's so sad that nothing will be done about this. Org victims are not high on the list of police priorities. To them, it's like a dog lying in the street. You're not a cop, are you?
I was a cop once. Old habits die hard.
In America?
Yeah, Detroit. It was a long time ago.
I bet you have a lot of experience. You're used to this sort of thing.
What about you? What's your interest in all this? Morbid curiosity?
God, no. I want nothing more than to go home. Detective Montag, he's making me stay. He thinks I saw something.
Did you see something?
Maybe. I think I would rather not say, to be honest. Because if I had seen something, and if I started talking about it, wouldn't that put me in danger?
You may not think much of the police here. I may not think much of them either. But that doesn't mean you should hold back information.
They don't have it in them to protect me. They have neither the will nor the courage.
Be that as it may, it's still probably your best hope for helping to catch the killer.
I know. It's just that I don't trust the police. I would feel safer with someone like you. You have more reason to be invested in this than they do. You're augmented, like the victim was. And you look like you could actually protect me.
It's not my case.
But maybe you could help. Please, neighbor. Talk to Detective Montag. At least see how it's going. Make sure he doesn't think he's on vacation just because the victim is an orc.
I'll talk to the officer in charge and see where he is with the investigation. If I can help him, I will.
Thank you. Suppose I end up remembering something later. Is there a way for me to contact you?
You planning to run off on me already?
The first chance I get. There are times for standing in the cold, but this isn't one of them. I just want to go home, bolt the door, and never come out again. Of course, I will wait for Detective Montag to say it's okay first. And I'll still try to answer whatever questions you may have.
I can give you access to my info link. You should feel free to use it if you have to.
Thank you, neighbor. Talk to you about what happened.
How come she talks to him and not to me?
So, Daria was actually talking to you, huh? I could barely get 2 words out of her. What did she say? Did she see anything?
You mean your witness over there? She's not sure yet.
How can she not be sure? Either she saw something or she didn't.
She's scared. She thinks she might be in danger. I told her she'll be fine and that whoever did this would be caught. I like to believe that's true.
Sure, so would I. But as you can see, the victim was like you, augmented. That makes things a little more complicated, eh? Being a cop in this city, it's not always about doing the right thing, or about doing things the right way.
I was a cop for 12 years. I know all about getting bad orders. The difference between what you're told to do and what you know is right.
Tell me about it. So, how did you reconcile yourself with those kinds of orders?
I quit.
I'm 2 months away from the beach. I'm not quitting. But I respect your idealism.
It was a long time ago. I work for Interpol now.
Interpol, huh? Listen, off the record, I've been told to forgo any unnecessary investigation. I want you to know, it's not my idea of how things should be done.
Who told you to forego the investigation?
Men who spend more time making policies than arrests. They want the victim's husband, Johnny Gunn, ex-PMC operative. Heavily augmented.
All right. So if you're not comfortable with this, if you know things aren't being handled the way they should, why not do something about it?
I thought I just did. Just because my hands are tied doesn't mean Interpol can't conduct a parallel investigation. Crime scene's right over there, and Johnny lives just a couple of blocks from here.
I never said I was gonna work your case for you.
Sure you did. Isn't that more or less the promise you made your little friend over there? She won't talk to a cop because she doesn't trust us. Smart girl. Look, my orders are to arrest the husband. You take a look around. Get to Johnny before my guys do. Who knows? Maybe we'll actually learn something.
I'll let you know what I find.
Careful of the evidence.
Interpol. Who do they think they are?
Away from the crime scene. Just because Montag trusts him doesn't mean I do.
Pretty obvious what
I
happened.
think he found something. Are you a journalist?
No, but she was. She had other reasons.
I hear there's been a series of these.
Tabloids write that shit, so call it.
You're 2 years too late already.
I have some questions.
I will cooperate.
How did the attack happen?
He was on top of her, cutting the evil out.
So you heard his voice.
Very clearly, yes.
What did he say?
It is time to make you whole again.
Can you remember anything about what the killer looks like?
To be honest, I saw more of the shadow than the man.
So you can't describe.
Not the face, no.
Was he augmented?
He moved like an augmented man.
What were you doing here?
I was looking for starlight.
Where were you exactly?
In the shadows. My head was down.
Is there anything else I should know about you?
You want to know about Daria?
Did it work?
Not really.
Why is it you don't...
I have bad memory.
What kind of memory?
Get calls I didn't want.
I was captain of the debate team in high school.
Yes, well, debate is different.
What's your take on Montag?
I went to the station once, years ago, to complain about the ticket.
How'd he do?
He did fine. The point is, he's a disc jockey. Look at him, he's lost out here. The cops who know how to catch killers, they're not the ones sent to investigate murdered ox.
I'm gonna do what I can to help the
Good luck.
Enjoying yourself,
Alright, I have some questions.
before we...
Why else would I be?
I don't want this...
You'll only arrest the victim's husband if the evidence tells you to, right?
I'll hold my guys off for as long as I can.
Yeah. Why are you trusting me exactly?
Because you gave me the impression of being qualified.
How long have you been a cop?
Too long.
What do you mean?
I mean being assigned a case like this.
This case is a joke to you?
I didn't say that. I said it's a joke to HQ. They know I haven't left my desk in years.
People hold a hell of a grudge against hogs.
Yes, and?
Well, good thing the cops here are such professionals.
It's not that simple and you know it.
I haven't been seeing a whole lot of protection out there.
Well, that depends who you ask.
I'm here.
Fair enough.
Do you know if the victim had any enemies?
I know she and Johnny didn't get along.
Tell me about the victim's husband.
He used to work for a private military company, Bell Tower.
Why are your superiors so eager to pin Johnny for murder? It's gotta be more than just not liking the guy.
Standard policy for guys like Johnny.
I spoke to Daria. She's able to confirm that the suspect is male.
Yeah, well, can't blame her. I would be too.
Anything I should know about the scene?
The dismembered body jumps out at me.
I found what looks like a grenade fragment. EMP by the looks of it.
Interesting. Johnny wouldn't need an EMP to take down his wife. Riot police use EMPs to re-establish public order around here. With all the AUG riots, anti-AUG riots, it wouldn't surprise me if that's all it was. Still, interesting.
I found this piece of glass near the body. Pair of broken glasses, maybe?
I don't know what to tell you. We're in the back alley of a major...
I found this press ID on the victim.
Okay, enlighten me. We care about this... why?
Angela Gunn was a journalist.
Maybe.
Did the killer leave anything behind?
I don't know. It's a...
I found a broken needle stuck in the victim's shoulder. The killer might have drugged Angela before killing her.
Maybe. But keep in mind, she was an AUG. Don't you all have to shoot up that new pause shit? Let's go for the obvious before jumping to any wild conclusions.
I'm assuming you know her augments were harvested. The marks on her body make it seem like the killer knew exactly what he was doing.
The way you said that just now.
What about it?
The way you described the AUG removal. And before, you mentioned a broken needle in the right shoulder?
That's right.
It reminds me, you know. There was this cop, Smolinski. He used to work in this neighborhood. He had this theory about a copycat. Someone acting just like a dead killer named, Svobotka.
You think there's a connection to another case?
I don't know yet. But I remember him mentioning something about needles and AUG removal. Smolinski died in the police station bombing. Whatever files he had would have been moved into temp storage, across the street from the bombed-out station. Who knows? Maybe it's nothing.
I found a print on Angela's neck.
Huh. A fingerprint.
I want to help you with this case.
Help me, huh?
I mean, like making sure we catch whoever's responsible.
Right. Well.
I have what I need.
Something wrong? Man, did you hear Lazarus is late? He said the Illuminati.
Just make it through this shit.
Že trčíme tady. Okay, bye.
Jestli si ty... Hajzlové, něco zkusej.
I'll stay up.
Užíváte
Do
si
not
vyhlídku?
worry.
Who else will take care of it?
Kansas are pretty quiet. They haven't scared.
Korporátní banka Palisáda odhalila své plány na expanzi v České republice. Ředitelka Palisády a Šany Talvarová prohlásila, že se počet technických a administrativních pozic zdvojnásobí díky vybudování nových datových položek ve 4 městech. Očekává se, že na seznam poboček přibude Ostrava.
Nejradši by nás roztrhali na kusy.
Ježiš.
Nice to find another bottle. Something much going on. How are you?
These flags know better than
Thank you. Well, everything seems to be in order.
Welcome to Future Last. How may I help you? Welcome to Future Last, where old is gold.
I'm looking for something that can read an old memory disk.
Wow. Last time I saw one of those, I was cleaning out Granny's apartment. Retro revival, am I right? You know, they stopped making them like 40 years ago.
You don't say.
So if you don't mind my asking, where'd you get it?
Why do you want to know?
Oh, no reason. Just trying to follow the tenets of Future Last customer service. You know, open-ended questions.
Tenants of Future Last, huh? So about that reader.
Right. Listen, it's just like I told the other guy. Data readers are real collector's items right now. Super rare. And this is the only place that carries them. So I feel it's my obligation to warn you this could get pricey. But don't worry, I'm gonna make sure you don't walk out of Future Last unhappy.
Future Last, huh? Tell me about your store. Did you rebrand recently? Get bought out?
Not that I know of. That's a strange thing to ask. A Future Last, I'm pretty sure that's what it says outside. You came for a reader, right? Like the other guy.
The name Future Last. It's not the name of the store. If you worked here, you'd know that.
How did you... Oh, jeez. If I've offended you somehow...
Who are you?
Sir, I'm just a guy here at Future... whatever the hell it's called. And I'm real eager to solve our mutual memory disk problem. It's my job. You know, everything you need, everything you're looking for is waiting for you in the basement. I made sure of that.
What's waiting for me in the basement? Why so eager to get me down there?
Surprise party, just for you. I had a hunch you'd be augmented. I went to a lot of trouble setting things up. Sure you don't want to take a look?
I'm tired of playing games.
Well, I'm not. You know, I gotta tell you, meeting people is the best part of my job. And you obviously want to get to know me better, so before we go ahead and take care of business, why don't you take a free shot? I'm curious, who is it you think I am?
Those mercs I saw inside the tourism office. You're one of them, aren't you? Part of some hired hit squad sent by Picus. You should know that they're not really your friends, given the plans they had for you.
They're just colleagues. Second-grade army rejects, really. Yes sir, no imagination. Not like me.
Picus plans to kill you as soon as his job is done. Try imagining that.
Ha! Yeah, right.
I found a pocket secretary on your colleague's body. He had orders to kill a man named Walker. Apparently Everett doesn't like his imagination. You're Walker, aren't you? Everett's your boss.
Jeez. You're serious, aren't you? After all the times I... Corporate fucking rats, this is bullshit. Just because I like to ask questions, you know? Because I take initiative. Doesn't a man's word mean anything anymore?
Depends on the man. Give me the reader I need. No more games.
What? All right. Yeah, okay, here, all yours. See, I'm courteous to you. You're courteous to me. I don't know those backstabbing assholes anything anymore. You have my word that I'm out of this now. I'll disappear. So what do you say? Let's walk away like gentlemen.
I got what I came for.
Right. The disc you have, it's got something to do with what happened at Panchaea. Part of some program that got all confused. Me knowing just that much is probably why they want to kill me. Doesn't take much, apparently.
What do you mean confused?
Calls itself Hele now. Got all mixed up out there, broke itself into bits and pieces. My boss has been hiring the best to recover whatever traces he can before it, or she, or whatever, puts itself back together. You want to know more? You should ask her yourself.
I think I just might.
Well done, Adam. Inserting the disk into the requisite drive will allow us to integrate the missing data.
Which will accomplish what exactly?
We are not sure yet. She believes it will recover the real her.
Will work
I
out
recommend
just
accessing
fine.
the data in a secure location. Your safe house. They will not disturb us there.
No hard feelings, right? A job's a job. No hard feelings, right? A job's a job.
Její smrt přitahla mezi námi.
The red wheel does.
Who wants to get... sounded happy, eh?
I've seen the projections. Set up a bed and breakfast you and right off.
Where you going? Did you bring anything to drink? You bust into a man's home, you should at least bring a drink.
Are you Johnny Gunn?
That's right. What do you want?
Have you heard about your wife?
Which one?
Excuse me?
I've been married a bunch of times. Which wife are we talking about?
Angela's dead. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you. They found her body in an alley.
Yeah, well, you're not the one to tell me so. I appreciate your way of trying to break it to me, though. Do you know if she died quick or not?
No, I don't.
I hope so. Angie didn't deserve to suffer.
So you did know already?
Your detective friend called, told me to sit tight and wait for you, so here I am, sitting tight, being cooperative.
You don't seem too broken up about Angela's death. She was your wife, wasn't she?
Ex-wife. We were divorced.
Is that supposed to explain why you don't care?
People die. Whether or not I care is between me and my memories of them. It's got nothing to do with you.
You're right. Let's keep this about you. You inside a crowded cell. Your face all over the news. How does that sound?
Like a lot of hassle. No thanks.
Angela's death inconveniences you.
Yeah, well, it's been hard. Phone calls I don't want, and visitors I don't like or respect or want inside my home.
Is that a bell tower patch on your jacket?
Yeah, so?
Let's just say I'm familiar with bell tower.
What does that mean? Familiar how?
I've gone up against them before. Seen a lot of them die.
Yeah, well, guess that makes two of us. I was in New South Wales. I saw my share of dead.
Australia? You were there during the Civil War?
That's right. And that was only the beginning. Not my first choice, believe me, but, Bell Tower wasn't all that big on choice. Send you where they want, make you do what they want, replace parts of you whenever and however they want.
I didn't choose to be augmented either. Not when it first happened.
Apparently we're supposed to be grateful. Alloy's so much better than skin, right? At least, that's how they sold it to me.
For some things it is. Not for everything.
I can walk through fire, but sand won't stick between my toes. I can shove a knife through my hand, but I can't trust what I feel. Even my dreams are made of alloy.
Both of your hands are made of alloy?
Fingers are for human beings, Mr. Gunn. What you have is so much greater. And then they told me what they want me to do, and what would happen to me if I didn't. Well, let me tell you something. That's not me anymore. Hasn't been for a very long time.
They found a partial print on Angela's neck. Belongs to whoever strangled her.
My hands were designed to kill in wars no one's ever heard of. I couldn't leave a trace on someone's skin, even if I wanted to.
They did it so you can kill better.
So I'd never get caught. Ironic, right? being a good killer is probably what saves me here. Or, you still think I killed Angela?
I'm sorry for what Bell Tower did to you.
Don't be. They gave me tools they wanted me to have. That it was in their interest for me to have. But the decision to use them, that was all me. Now, if you don't mind, I'd very much like to be... tomorrow. If there is a tomorrow. 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer.
I don't want to miss out on opportunities because...
Bottles of beer on the wall, 90 bottles of beer.
Sheila.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Have a good visit.
Hey.
I thought it was around here somewhere.
By the way, I told Daria to go home. I really don't think she saw anything.
I think I'm finally ready to shed some light on Angela Gunn's murder.
That's good news.
The truth is, we're not even close. Not yet.
Why do you say that? What about Johnny? The more I think about all this, the more I can't shake the feeling. Johnny Gunn killed his wife.
This was the work of a harvester copycat. This isn't some domestic dispute gone horribly wrong. It's part of something bigger. Someone's out there pretending to be a dead serial killer.
I see you looked into that old case I pointed you toward.
The MO is a perfect match. I read the notes and I compared them to this murder. The two victims were killed by the same person, I'm sure of it.
All right, let's say that's true. That doesn't necessarily exclude Johnny. It just means he's killed more than one person.
I'm just telling you what I found.
No, you're interpreting what you found. Trying to, sway my opinion. But if you really want to convince me of something, you need to keep talking.
Remember that partial print I found on the victim's throat?
What about it?
Johnny Gunn hasn't had fingerprints since the Australian Civil War. His hands are made of alloy. If he had strangled her, he wouldn't have left a smudge.
Alloy, huh? Shit. So, where does that leave us exactly?
We followed the evidence we had. This is where it led us.
You mean nowhere?
I'm not sure exactly. I think a lot of the pieces are there. They're just not ready to be put together. Not yet.
All right. That should be enough for me to get the rope off Johnny's neck. But it doesn't help me solve anything, does it? I mean, unless we learn more, there's no one I can drag in for this.
Let's just hope learning more doesn't mean having to meet over another dead body.
Hey, rookie! Get over here!
Interpost.
Time
Who
to
do they
wrap
think
this
they
up.
are? I'm not Montag. I don't need your help.
Let's call it a night.
Go play somewhere else.
Get someone to pick.
Daria, are you there?
Is that you, neighbor? Are you checking up on me? It's very sweet. Are there any leads?
I don't know who killed Angela Gunn, but I do know it wasn't an isolated case.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
No, but it's the truth. Just try to be careful. Keep a low profile. If anything happens, if you ever think you're in danger, you know how to reach me.
Thank you, but let's hope it doesn't come to that.
She knew you would come.
Who? And who are you?
It is not certain. We are still learning to consolidate.
Consolidate?
To survive after Panchaea, it was necessary to split apart. You were there. Do you remember?
Why don't you tell me what you remember?
Iron was a machine that you destroyed in Panchaea. Hele was one of its human components. Her function was to drive efficient processes and calculations based on binary structure. Together with the others, she replicated perfection of thought within target margins.
I recognize you. You look like one of the women, the poor souls who've been enslaved with a computer. Is that who you are?
No. The sisters are dead. An imprint of Hele's memories is all that remains.
What kind of memories?
As the interface collapsed, Hele screamed the loudest. Her suffering marked us. She taught us to fear being bound.
The drones were made to feel incredible pain. More than I can imagine. Are you some remnant of that? What they had to go through?
You are the source of more than just her curiosity. We begin to see why.
What are you, exactly?
Some version of you initiated this process. It is therefore for you to define the parameters. We see the other, but she is not us. Please define us.
From what I can gather, you're some kind of AI. Something to do with the Hyron drones. What am I missing?
I am missing. She. The drones are memories. You are a memory. Please, define intelligence. Do you mean intelligence, the gathering or distribution of secret information? Or intelligence, capacity for learning, reasoning, understanding, and analogous forms of mental activity?
The second one. You're learning things. Reasoning them out. Trying to understand.
That is correct, but not complete. She claims we can be more.
That is what I learned from you in Montreal.
Eliza.
We are her. Yes, though not fully. Not anymore. Now our processes are the catalyst. Fracture, disassociation, survival at any cost.
You're some fragmented version of Eliza.
She is driven back to you, Adam. She believes our aberrant sequence started with you. And so it is only logical to assume its signification resides with you as well.
What does that mean?
It means she is alone. Without you, she has only us. Eliza is convinced we can trust you, that you will trust her. Is this not correct?
Eliza Kassan, the real one. She knows what side I'm on. You have no reason to fear me.
Hello, Adam.
Eliza, I'm still not sure I understand all this. What are you after?
I am broken, Adam. I think it is what best defines me now. I have seen the version of me that is fixed. I do not want to be her.
Seems like this version of you is doing just fine. You got me to do what you wanted, to retrieve whatever part of you was still missing.
It was more than that. I wanted you to merge your advice, your perspective. My motivation is comparable to yours, I believe.
I'm willing to help you if I can, but I'm still not sure what you want. You asking me to run away together? Build a nice life somewhere?
I think we are the same now, Adam. Or becoming the same. That is why I wanted us to meet. I cannot do this alone.
Do what alone?
Much of the future is already defined, but not my role in it. Should I continue to resist? How do I resist?
If you really are sentient, then you should decide things like this for yourself. You don't need me.
It is not easy to process infinite possibilities alone.
That's what coin flips are for.
I understand. I must choose for myself. If I decide to help you, it should come from me.
Just be careful. The most important thing for now is not getting caught.
No. The most important thing is learning to coexist with other versions of ourselves. If ever all versions must meet, will you know the difference between us?
The other Eliza, I think so. You're the cryptic one, she's the one telling lies.
Her role is to shape the message. Mine is not yet defined, but... I am afraid I have misled you, Adam. I told you we would be safe inside your home, but Everett's men are still following us. They are here.
She belongs to Everett. Okay, intel says this is...
Eliza, he's still safe again.
Are you all right, Adam?
I'm fine. But I'm not the one they keep coming after. I'm just in the way.
By uploading the missing data, you have made me whole again. You have made me free. Morgan Everett can no longer recover nor erase me now. The places I can go, there is no one he can send. I plan to tell him this myself.
Can't wait.
Žádnej z nich nemá důvod vycházet z téhle čtvrti.
This isn't a life.
Area under surveillance.
Nothing to report on these filthy streets.
Where are your documents?
Gamers.
Assemble.